Hello, people. I don't expect that many people to pop in because this is like an impromptu decision to do a live chat. But it's Friday. Yay for a lot of people, even though I'm not the 5 days a week working kind of guy. Still, it's still Friday. I look forward to the weekend. Um, Summer is almost here. My son is going to be out of school next week. This is finals week. He has a final today, and I believe four more finals next week. But by next Wednesday, he is done. So a big part of the summer schedule is coming. So I have a bunch of different things planned for the summer. It's going to be something different on the channel. So hopefully people will find that entertaining. I don't know, right? But one of the things that I want to do for sure this summer, and I will let people decide how they want me to approach it. I have four short box and one long boxes. Hello, good Esco and Wobbles. Good morning. I have four short boxes and one long boxes of junk I have in my closet, and I really want to get rid of it. I had taken them out, I think 3 years ago. If you go back 3+ years ago on my channel, there's a video where I pull out even more. At the time, I had maybe 6 short box and 2 long boxes, and I went through that curling and to get rid of a bunch of stuff. And I found some good stuff that I still keep. No, this is like, hello, Kurt. This is not a Sunday chat. This is just a normal chat. Has nothing to do with comic investment topic. And going forward for the summer, I might have maybe a weekly Friday chat, a short one. I don't plan to do an hour chat. Okay, this is going to be a chat that I might just do for 30 minutes and then be done. But it's just a way for me to keep people up to date of what's going on every Friday, what's going on, little tidbit, things that are maybe interesting for some, not so interesting for other people, but doesn't matter. But back to those books. So I have a bunch of books that I want to get rid of one way or the other. So I'm not sure what the best way to do it is. I can either run a live chat every week, like this Friday kind of thing, and just pull out stacks of books and show what I have, figure out what to give away, what to sell, what to put in the trash, whatever. But that's my goal. My goal for this summer, I told my wife, is that half of that closet right now is filled with those 4 short box and the 1 long box. And I want to get rid of that for good. Okay. They've been in there. Some of those books has been with me for decades, and it's time to get rid of them one way or the other. So Chino Comics said I will buy them all. Trust me, there's a lot of junk in there. So what I will do is, if people want to do like a live chat like this, what I will do is I will set up the computer to be in my dining room, where I can have more spaces and a better view to show all the boxes and books. So if people like it and want to do it that way, every Friday I will sit down at my dining room table at 10 a.m. or whenever is the best time for people, maybe after lunch. Okay, there's no such thing as a perfect time to do this. Okay, because people are all over the world. ETA Nick is worldwide famous. So there is no perfect time that I can do this and would be suitable for everyone. So I thought about maybe just shoot a video and then load it, and then people can take a look at the books and claim whatever they want, And So that's the other option. Instead of doing a live show like this to trying to get rid of those books, I can also do just shoot the video and load it, and then this way it's fit everyone's schedule better, right? Yeah. Joker said, "I would like to buy one book from you, Nick, and I don't want a key issue. I just wouldn't want something that you have when you were young." Um, I can, I can get you some stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I have in those boxes, things that I bought in the 80s. Okay, things that I bought in the 80s. I gave away a lot of my stuff that I bought in the 90s. A lot of the books that I bought in the 90s, I gave to my nephew years ago when I moved down to Florida. Years ago when I moved to Florida, I gave away, oh gosh, literally almost everything that I bought in the 90s to him. He still had them. He's not a collector, but he didn't throw them away. He didn't sell anything. He has uh, a lot of books, a lot of my books in his closet. Good as Gold asks, will you sign them? If you want me to sign them, I can sign them. Or if you want me to put the ETA Nick stamp on them, this is my personal stamps. I will certainly stamp some of the books if people want them inside on the splash page, of course. Yeah, so that's the big plan for the summer is, 4 short boxes and 1 long boxes of stuff. There are Silver Age, there are even Golden Age junk, like Rin Tin Tin and Tom Sawyer and Tom Mix, and even a jungle, a nice jungle book in there. Okay, I kind of went through it a little bit just to see like what the heck is in here. I'm like, oh, there's a couple Golden Age stuff that I thought was junk, but they are junk to me because I don't want them or need them. So there might be some hidden gems in there. Okay, there are stuff in there that I have not looked at for decades. So who knows? It would be fun for me to blindly pull them out and see what it is in those boxes. I have an idea of what's in those boxes because 3-4 years ago I did go through some of the boxes to have an idea. But as far as book by book, some of these books are not in bags and board, nothing. They are just, like I said, if I give them away, people just had to pay for the shipping and they can take them. And I just had to figure out how to give them away, like how to make it fair so that I can give away things to multiple people instead of having somebody get them all. So we work it out. We will work it out so that, once I decide to give certain things away, if you claim on certain thing, you can only have like maybe 5 things at the most. Hello, Bub's Comic. Other than that, that's my big plan for the summer. So I look forward to clean up my closet once and for all. Okay, this is gonna be the final cleaning of those books. 4 short box and a long box. You're talking about maybe 500 books, maybe. Okay, this is when I talk to people about having 3,000 books in my collection, these are not part of that 3,000. These are the extra stuff that have been relegated to the closet in boxes, many not even bags and board. And some are uber high grade, some are uber high grade. So, it just, some stuff I will keep. Okay, as I go through it, some stuff I will keep, some stuff I will sell. A lot of the stuff I will give away. Hello, Thomas Churchill. Daniel Ibarra said, do a dollar auction. Oh man, we'll see. If the consensus is that these books are worth doing a dollar auction and people can just claim them left and right, then why not, right? But I don't know. Until I go through the box book by book, I don't know. There's some stuff there that are not worth a dollar. Trust me, I know. It's not everything. Some stuff in there might be worth $50, like that Jungle Book, Golden Age. I'm pretty sure I can fetch 50 or $100 on it. So that's once I find it, I will put it up for sales. Okay, it's in there somewhere. I don't know where. And there are books in there that I already promised some people that I will give them away for free if I can find them. For example, there is the X File. You know those comic books, the X File, and I have an ash can copy of issue 1 in there somewhere. And I told one of the viewers a while ago that if I can find that book, it's her. I think it's a she. So if I find it, it's her copy. So there are books in there that I already promised some people that if I run across it, I will give it to them. So it's just a matter of me sitting down weekly. I don't know if it will be. I have no idea how long it will take to go through the 4 short box and the 1 long box. No idea. Okay, but I figure starting next week, next Friday. Okay, that will be the start of me getting rid of them. So if you want to tune in next Friday, same time, 10 a.m. And I will start to set things up and show you those 4 boxes and see where we will start. But we had the whole summer. Summer is here and Anthony is out of school. So I have a lot more freedom to do a lot of things and have some fun. And part of it is to get rid of those books. Got any Green Lantern? Good Ace Go ask. I don't know. Okay, I have a bunch of Green Lantern that I'm keeping for myself in my collection. But as far as what's in those boxes, I don't think so. I think those boxes are heavy on Marvel and independent. You know, like Top Cow, maybe Image. Definitely not Valiant. But I think there's a whole bunch of Top Cow in there. I remember years ago I had a lot of Top Cow. I gave away a lot. I probably gave away about 3,000 of my books, including the stuff I gave to my nephew. I don't know how much I gave to him, but I wouldn't be surprised if I gave him like 1,000. You know, everything that I bought from 1990 to 1993, those 3 years, I probably accumulated like 1,000 books of stuff that I don't read or don't care to have. So I'm pretty sure he has about 1,000 of those books, and I gave away thousands of books. Some to a YouTuber. There's a YouTuber many years ago that I sent him a big box. There was a box of like 300 books. I just shipped it to him. A lot of modern X-Men, a lot of mutant books. I just ship it to him. But I gave a lot of books to a friend. I had a friend that she's an immigrant. She is single mom from not Russia. I have a hard time pronouncing that word, but it starts with an L and an I. It's like but it's somewhere. It used to be part of Russia. Okay, so she came here with 2 young sons, and her kid had a hard time with school. This is back in 2008, and her son had bad time at school. He was not a good student. He had a hard time adapting to American school, even though they were here for a couple of years already. He was in 7th, 8th grade, the same age that I was when I first came to America. And one day I just asked her, does he like to read comic book? Because he was doing terrible. His English was terrible. He was flunking out of school. And so I suggested to her that, maybe he wanted to read some comic books. So I gave her a stack. I think it was like Wolverine. And I told her, see if he likes comic books, maybe he will enjoy reading comic books and learn English like I did. And it turns out that's what happened. He loved them. He's just like, wow, this is awesome. So as a reward, I told his mom that, if you did better in school every week, I will give you a stack. So over the next year, I gave him like a stack. It's like 20 books. Like I try to give him a run, like Moon Knight, like those Moon Knight Spectre, the series that came out in the 90s. I try to give like a whole run so that he had the whole story, the whole arc to read. So over the next year, I gave him stack every week, every Friday. His mom stopped by and I gave her a stack, and that's how I give away a lot of my books. Probably 2,000 of my modern books, things that I bought in the late 80s. Uh, I gave most of my 90s stuff to my nephew, and I gave away most of my late 80s. By late 80s, I mean like 87 to 89 to that family. So yeah, it's as far as Michael Turner, Comic Brain asks, yes, Wobbles lead to yeah, that's it. Yeah. For some reason, my brain and that word does not work. Every time I see Lithuania, I'm like, it's tongue tied. I have a mind block when it comes down to that word. I can spell it, but I just cannot say it for some stupid reason. Do you have any deadly hand of kung fu in those boxes? The answer is yes. Yes, I have a few. A long time ago, I had a big run, and at a big run, not complete, but it was like at least 40 plus issues. And I pull out all the nicest. It's like 3 or 4 issues that was like really nice. Like by nice, I mean like very fine, maybe 9.0, maybe 8.0 to 9.2. I pull out like 4 issues, 3 or 4. I remember pulling them out because they were nicer than the rest. The rest was like readers, like just readers, like very VG 3.0, 4.0, maybe 5.0. So I pull out the 3 or 4 copy that was the nicest, and then I sold the rest in like a lot, like a big lot of low grade readers. So they are gone. I sold them for like $10 or something cheap just to get rid of them. But I kept 3 or 4 of the higher grade copy. It's in the box somewhere. So when I go through them, you will see it. Michael Turner titles, I don't know. If he worked for Top Cow, maybe I have something. I don't know. Like I said, I just know that out of all the independent stuff that I have, seemed like Top Cow had a lot of spaces in those boxes. I don't know why. Okay, I didn't buy them off the rack. The Top Cow stuff that I got was from a collection that I bought back in 2008, the first year that I came back to the hobby. I think I bought a storage locker, and um, and part of that was in the storage locker was the all the Top Cow. I did not read any of them. Okay, they were not in bags and board. They're all like in high grade, those modern, but they got to be like 40 or 50 issues of that in there. Sequential Geek is here. Hello. So other than that, this weekend I will see if I can get my chance to go see John Wick 3. I'm excited to see John Wick 3 because I am a big fan of John Wick, even though the second movie was kind of more goofy than I care. I still enjoy it. I mentioned this in one of my comments, was that I wish the people behind John Wick was approached years ago to do Bloodshot. Okay, because if there is a team that would make Bloodshot cool and fun for the big screen, it would have been the team behind John Wick. Because I don't know what the hell is going to happen with Vin Diesel and all. I'm not a huge Bloodshot fan. I don't care about Bloodshot. Okay, in all honesty, I don't care one bit. But if you make a fun action movie like John Wick with the title Bloodshot, heck yeah, I would watch it. I would love it. And they can give me all the sequel in the world and I would enjoy it. And so it always baffled me how Hollywood can swing and miss so badly. It's just like, what the heck were you doing? It's just like, unless I'm seeing things, unless I am completely off left field as far as this idea that they should have hired the team behind John Wick to do Bloodshot, who knows? Like I said, that doesn't matter how goofy Bloodshot is if John Wick team was behind it. I think you would have some kick-ass action balls to the walls kind of movie, and the fanboy, the non-fanboy will eat it up. And it doesn't have to have big special effect. John Wick is not an expensive movie to shoot. Okay, it's not. A lot of stunts, a lot of good stunt man, a lot of good stunt choreography. That's what you need for something like Bloodshot. Not campy, not stupid. I'm not sure about Vin Diesel. Gremlin said, I am working my own Comic Con. Wow. Wow. Good luck, my friend. That's a lot of work. You know, I'm tempted to set up at shows to get rid of some of my books. And every time I thought about it, I'm just like, God, that is so much work. It is just so much work to set up at a booth and so much work to deal with people. You know me, I'm not very good at dealing with people. Hello, John. Uh, you know, it's 10:22. I will end this chat in the next 5-7 minutes because, like I said, I just want to keep this chat short. Um, when it comes to me and my personality, okay, I just wanted to take the last few minutes of this chat to talk about, I'm not the nicest person that you know. Okay, for those that know me on my channel, I'm not. It's not in my personality to suck up to anybody. It's not in my personality to be a personality that people love. Okay, I'm not. Okay, I'm well aware of my flaws and whatever it is that people don't like about me. I can't change that. I can't. There's nothing I can do. I am who I am. Years ago, okay, for those that don't know me very well, years ago when I was in college, my major was secondary education slash mathematics. Okay, I was going to be a high school math teacher. Okay, and my senior year, when I did student teaching, for those that are in that major, you know what it's like. The last semester, you got to do student teaching. I realized that I was not cut out to do this. It's not in my personality to teach. I love teaching one-on-one for those that want to learn something. If you want to learn, I don't mind teaching. I don't mind teaching when it's also involuntary. It's just like me trying to teach people how to press book. For those that want to learn, that's fine. I don't have a problem teaching those. But when you a high school teacher and you had to stand in front of a classroom full of kids that has no desire to learn what you're teaching, it's very hard. It's very hard to deal with that. And I have a very hard time dealing with that. I also have a very hard time with dealing with students asking me questions. The old saying that you hear people talk about all the time. There's no such thing as a stupid question, right? You heard this all your life. Okay, there's no such thing as a stupid questions. Okay, everywhere people like to encourage people to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Well, guess what? My motto when I was student teaching, believe it or not, was there is no such thing as a question that is not stupid. Let me repeat that motto, okay? And why that does not work There is no such thing as a question that is not stupid. Because in my mind, and the way I approach life in general, is that the answers are there if you look for them. Okay? I am the kind of person, the kind of inquisitive person that look for answers. I don't wait for someone to tell me the answer. I look for answers. So when I was a teacher, right? Student teacher, can you imagine a teacher standing in front of a class said, there is no such thing as a question that is not stupid. If you don't know the answer, look it up before you open your mouth and ask. Yeah. Um, but you see why I realized I was not cut out to be a high school math teacher because I just don't have the temperament to deal with that kind of questions. There's nothing wrong with the people that ask the question. Okay, let me make it very clear. There's nothing wrong with asking question. This is a personal flaw. Okay, I'm sitting here admitting that I have a personal flaw, and for some people, it rub this all the wrong way. Okay, all the wrong way. Because I had a lot of people hating on me because I am snarky in my answer. I am offensive in my reply to some questions. I'm sure for some people. Well, the thing is, the haters that hate me, they already unsub and move on. So it's not like that. It's not that they're gonna sit here and listen to my yapping and understand my personality. But it's I understand. I understand how I can come across that way and be offensive or annoying, or people don't want to listen to me or don't want to deal with me or think I am an a-hole and all of that. That is all in the realm of people reason that are reasonable. I'm not sitting here and say, oh, please don't hate on me because I'm not an a-hole. No, this is who I am. Okay. And so it's tough. I'm not a cup of tea for a lot of people. I realize that. Okay. Occasionally I have people that come to my channel and they say, Nick, you have a great channel. How come you're not more popular? How come it's only X amount of sub and all this stuff? And I'm just like, it's okay. It's all right. Sooner or later, a lot of people that come here will run away and think that I'm an a-hole because I offend them somehow. I say something mean. I say something derogative. I say something snarky. I say I'm not sweet. I'm not nice. All that stuff. Sooner or later, some people will think that way because that's just my personality. I'm not. I'm nice. I'm cordial, polite to most people, but a lot of time when something is dumb, when something is stupid, I have a hard time holding back from being an a-hole. And it's had nothing to do with the people that ask the question. Okay. It has everything to do with just my personality. You take it or you leave it. If you don't like it, nothing I can do about it. I am 52 years old. I will be 53. Yeah, 53 in a few months. So I'm not gonna change. At this age, I am not changing for anybody. Okay. So to end this chat real quickly, a perfect example was today when I load the video a couple of days ago to show Path to a Key. A person, a viewer, somebody that is not very common on my channel, so I have no idea if he watched anything else. Could be my very first video that he watched. So he watched the Path to a Key, and his question was, the cost of slabbing that modern book, that Amazing Spider-Man 238, is $22. A legit question, nothing wrong with that question. But in my snarky personality way, I look at that question and just like, why is that even a question? Do I need to lie? Do I need to fib that it cost me $22 to slap that book? Huh? So in my snarky way, I wrote back, do you need to see the invoice and credit card proof? That was my reply, something like that. Not to the exact word, but I think that's pretty close to what I said. So that person asked another question. Does the $22 include shipping? So in my snarky sense, I'm just like, before I wrote the reply, I'm just like, how do I reply to this without coming across? I, I'm sure for many people, the answer is yes, it includes shipping, and they'd be fine answering that. But in my mind, let me show you how my mind thinks. In my mind, I said to myself, if I say yes, this includes shipping, you know what that person's gonna say? How can that be? How can you slap a book at CGC and ship it back to you for 20? How can the shipping cost be included, right? In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this person is going to ask even more questions that going to make me go bonkers, because I'm just like, so in my snarky remark, I'm like, well, since you probably have not watched any of my videos or know how I approach this stuff, let me outline it for you. I submit this book in person along with 7 other books in the same tier. So the cost of shipping to CGC is 0. And then when they were shipped back to me, all 7 slabs or all 8 slabs, the total cost of shipping was $22 divided by 8 books. That's blah, blah, blah. And that, I'm sure, came across like a complete a-hole. Of course, the other person wrote back, oh my God, you're so defensive. Goodbye or whatever. I'm like, really? Yes, I understand. If you read that comment after you asked the question, I came across like a complete a-hole, but sorry. Okay? Take it from my point of view. All right? That's who I am. And if that's rubbed the wrong way, sorry. Ain't gonna change. That's the way I am. But just to give you the insight on how my mind works, and yes, I know I am not the cup of tea for a lot of people. I didn't get to be 53 years old and not know that, okay? There's some people that live to make friends. Not here. Anyhow, it's 10:33, so it's time for me to go. Thank you everybody for joining me, and after the chat, I will try to go back and read the comment as far as how people want me to approach getting rid of those 500 plus books, because my goal for this summer, and the reason for this video, is I want to get rid of 500 books one way or another. Whether I'm giving it away, auction something away, sell something, I want to get rid of them. And that's it. Have a great Friday. I look forward to see John Wick 3 this weekend if I can find the time. Bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend.